you were with WWE for quite a while, and you also got to have Razor Ramon's first televised match in the company. What was it like getting the chance to work with him?
Yeah, well, I did WWE off and on for like 10 years, but my main uh, promotion was with Killer Kowalski for the IWF, International Wrestling Federation. When I but when I like to do WWE, I would travel with them a little bit too, here and there, but on the East Coast mainly. But when I did the match with Razor Ramon, I saw his vignettes for several weeks on TV, and I didn't have an idea I was going to be working with him. And then one night I went to the Centrum in Worcester, Mass, and they told me Tony Gurria was one of the agents still that worked. And he came over and goes, "Paul, we're going to have you working with Scott tonight." And I mean, I was pretty happy about it because I mean, that was going to be his debut match, and so I said, sure, I'll do it. And it was stiff, man. I don't know if you ever seen that match.
Mm-hmm.
If you see those chops he gave me up against the ropes,
They were
I
brutal.
had bridges in my chest for days. We went to Portland, Maine that next night, and one of the guys that was going to work with him pulled out of the match. He didn't want to work with him because he was stiff. Before the match, Vince McMahon didn't even know I was going to be working with him. It was Tony put it together. Tony Gurria put it together, and then Vince come over and he's telling Razor, look at, he goes, I'm paying you all this money. He goes, I want you to be stiff tonight. I want you to take this guy and beat the hell out. And I'm standing right there because he didn't know I was going to work for him. I just pat Vince on the back and go, hey Vince, I'm the guy you wanted to do all that to. He goes, well, and he walks away, right? But it is what it is, man. Wrestling was a little bit different back then.
Yeah, definitely. It was crazy because you had, a lot of guys coming in and out, and it was the territories, and then finally you had two big companies heading into the Monday Night Wars, and so it was really like it was must see, and you had a lot of talents during that time. Like you said, you had Hulk Hogan, you had Macho Man, you had Jake the Snake Roberts, you had Tito Santana. All these guys coming in. You had later on, you had Taker and Razor and Diesel and Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. It was like a who's who.
Right. Well, the thing is, Stanley, back in the day when you had the territories, right, it was a lot easier for people to make a living in the business. But then when Vince got rid of all the territories by taking all the top stars, what happened was it killed a lot of opportunities for a lot of people to make a living in the business. And then, like you said, there was only really two divisions, two companies left, and it's just it hurt a lot of people. But the people that were in those two companies were doing good and they were making a lot of money, so good for them. But it's just the business completely changed.